Alright everybody, welcome back for another video, and today I want to go over the Decentraland and Civic listings on Coinbase, because obviously that had an effect on the price. For those of you that don't know, both Decentraland and Civic were listed on Coinbase. They were already on Coinbase Pro before that. But yeah, the move over onto Coinbase platform as well caused the price to go crazy. So just wanted to kind of review all the other possibilities that might be out there for such a pump that hasn't happened yet in other crypto projects, and also explain to you in short what Decentraland and Civic do in case you don't know. So, but first and foremost, as you can see, Decentraland, this is the Decentraland chart. This one pumped, close to 60% in about a day, 2 days, and obviously pretty solid retracement today. I think it's down like 20-30%, something like that. And as for Civic ran up 174% in 2 days. So that one was massive. I'm sure everyone was seeing it on Coinbase, up 100-200%. What is that? I had a couple friends point this out to me, so figured I'd make a video about it. All right, but so if you go over to the Coinbase tradable assets, now this is in the US. Remember, if you're not in the US, I'm sure your platform looks a little different. But you probably have very similar trading pairs and listings as well. But anyway, so you go to Coinbase, click on tradable assets. You can see everything that they have available on their platform. Now, if you go to Coinbase Pro and compare the two, at this point, there was a lot listed on Coinbase Pro that were not on Coinbase, but they've pretty much added all of them up to this point. There's two that they haven't, and I'm going to get into those at the end of the video. So, first and foremost, let's understand what Civic does. So, Civic is essentially a wallet that you can verify your identity on. In simple terms, right? You go on there, verify your identity. So it's like a digital identity you can use to pay anywhere you go. And I have a video for you that Civic actually posted demonstrating basically the use of this technology. So what they did was, one of the many use cases obviously is buying alcohol from a vending machine. So at Consensus, which is a like a crypto meetup, happened in 2018, it was the first time they showcased their beer vending machines. So let's take a look at that.
Crypto beer from the Civic Budweiser vending machine. Okay. Scanning the QR code with the Civic app. Authorizing crypto beer to get my age. Yep. I think I'm over 21. What do you think?
I think so. Oh, success. And here we are at the world's first cold crypto beer vending machine.
Ah, there we go. Awesome. Budweiser.
As you can see there, pretty interesting use case overall. I like the idea. I think I've tossed around the idea myself of maybe even setting up like a gaming bar or something like that, where people could come and hang out. And I think, maybe if you had one of these machines in there, it might be some kind of loophole against having to have a liquor or alcohol license. Maybe not, who knows. Obviously I haven't dove into that at all, just an idea I had. But yeah, maybe you could have a little area where people come to hang out, play games. You could have an arcade, or you could have some gaming tournaments, stuff like that, and have one of those machines in there, and you're not technically serving alcohol. Maybe not. Maybe that's not accurate. But just a thought I had. But anyway, as you can see, this is kind of the future that we're moving to, no doubt, right? Where you're going to have this digital identity. This is why I've been emphasizing it in my videos lately. It's all getting very obvious, especially with this year. With the situation, the global situation we're in. I think it has escalated and accelerated the adoption of all of this. And so digital identity, digital money, digital voting. I think all of that is coming on the back end of this year, essentially. So that's why I'm a little bit skeptical about it all in the first place. But anyway, moving on to the next one. Don't want to ramble too much. So Decentraland, that is the ticker Mana that I showed you as well, that pumped about 50%. So this is basically a virtual world where you can just own whatever's going on in the world. So I think something like this will definitely take off. Same with Civic. I don't know if Civic's going to be the one or if there'll be another digital identity platform. I don't know if Decentraland's going to be the virtual reality game that everyone wants to play and own the land in the game, or if it's another one, or both. Who knows? But the concept itself, I think, will definitely be successful. So, I mean, yeah, it's basically, as they say here, create, explore, and trade in the first ever virtual world owned by its users. So, I haven't actually played this myself, but it's one of the most obvious use cases for blockchain. So, I can definitely see something like that really taking off eventually. So, if you have any interest in this kind of stuff, that's what the Mana ticker does. So, all right. As for the ones that have not been listed yet, so at least in the US, there's only two. It is Golem and Loom Network. So Golem, ticker GNT. If you come over to their website, they are essentially a decentralized supercomputer for anyone to share and use. Don't know exactly how it works. Not something that I'm too hypey interested in. I've kind of already picked the ones that I'm going to stick with going into the next bull run. And I've listed all of them in my portfolio. If you'd like to see it, I'll put it in the upper right hand corner for you here to take a look at. So the next one that hasn't moved to Coinbase yet, I'm sure both of these will, right? Golem and Loom, they're going to get on there. But anyway, Loom, if you come over to their website, very basic. But yeah, so apparently they are going to be a distributed enterprise platform for healthcare providers. So I'm assuming it's going to be like a blockchain-based data system for healthcare providers to share information about their patients on simple terms. So if you have interest in either of those, they're both on Coinbase Pro. They're not on Coinbase yet. I'm sure a move over to Coinbase will give them some kind of short-term pump, depending on when they do it. If they list it during a time where Bitcoin is going up, I'm sure it will just add fuel to the fire. If they list it while Bitcoin's dumping on a pullback, it probably will have the opposite effect. So it really is hit or miss on these. Sometimes you get lucky, but either way also. So what are the odds of capturing this, right? 175% pump. Say you're up 80%. You start thinking, oh, crap, I'm up 80% today. Do I sell yet? You watch it keep going, and then, you get greedy, and then the next day it dumps 30%. So the possibility of timing this perfectly is very slim. But either way, just throwing this out there, if this is something people are interested in, this is how I would look at it. So Golem and Loom haven't been listed on Coinbase yet. Those are probably some easy shots. And looking at the chart, Loom hasn't moved at all, hardly. It's pretty much dead as of late. But to me, that's a good entry point. You don't want to be buying when it's up 175%. You want to be buying while it's buried in the sand. So, same with Golem. not much action. It had some good pump coming out of the dip in March. Went all the way down to 2 cents area and ran up to 18 cents. So that was a pretty good move off of Golem. Now it's sitting at about 9 cents. So the chart looks fairly good at this point, and I think that this will probably stabilize and continue up. So, last but not least, this is a little blurry probably for you guys, but anyway, this is the list, the most recent list that Coinbase has come out with of crypto projects that they are considering adding. So they typically go to Coinbase Pro first and then move on to Coinbase. So I'll just read them off for you if you can't see it. So Aave, AMP, Ampleforth, Anchor, ArcCoin, Audius, Barnbridge, BitTorrent Token, Centrifuge, Conflux Network, Curve, DeFi Money, Elrond Gold, Just, and the Just stablecoin, Meta, MovieBlock, Mstable, Neo, Nervos, New Cipher, Ontology, Paxos Gold, Paxos Standard, Reserve, Reserve Rights, Request Network, Scale, Sun Token, TBTC, Terra, The Graph, Tron, VeChain, Ween, Wink, and Wrapped Bitcoin, which they already added Wrapped Bitcoin. So, out of all those, the ones that are most interesting to me that I would just like to see a move towards would be something like Ontology, Neo, VeChain, or even Tron at this point. Only because they are more of competitors to Ethereum. At this point, all they do is add Ethereum tokens. So I would like to see them just branch out and finally start adding other things and stop controlling the growth of the market. They're trying to sway everyone towards Ethereum and Ethereum products, whereas it'd be nice to see a move towards a Neo, Ontology, VeChain, Tron. They're all basically, I think VeChain is China, maybe not, it's Singapore. Not too sure there. But Neo, Ontology are made by the same founders, and Tron, of course, is Just and Sun. They are all China based, I believe. I just mentioned that because I think it would be cool to see something other than just these new DeFi tokens that came out just within the past year that they just keep adding. Like, they all do almost the same thing. So why don't we just go ahead and branch out, right? All right, that about wraps it up. As always, please like and subscribe, share with your friends and family, and stay tuned for the next one. Thanks.
What is a cashless society? What does it actually mean in a literal or high-level sense?
Money will become like these, relics of a different age, and will only be found in places like this. In other words, hard cash will disappear. It will become electronic, transferred by things like these.
Then Tracy is in Beijing to show us what a nearly cashless society actually looks like. Ben, good morning.
Mobile payment transactions in China reached a cumulative total of 277.4 trillion RMB in 2018, ranking #1 in the world, according to the recently released statistical report on internet development in China. As of June 2019, online payment users in the country reached 633 million. The cashless society is now approaching.
When's the last time you paid with cash? Well, chances are cash has taken a backseat to the plastic in your wallet and smartphone pay apps.
Denver 7's Ryan Luby explains the digital pay revolution and why not everyone is on board.
The cashless society, the cashless society.
The cashless society.
The cashless society is now approaching.
The cashless society.